Let's take a look at what we're up against. Take a look at Paul Ryan, the former vice presidential candidate for the Republicans. Now let's just look at the facts. Congressman Ryan attacked unemployment insurance, saying it is, and I'm quoting here, a hammock which lulls able-bodied people into lives of complacency and dependency. I'm really serious. I want you to think about that. If our neighbors and friends who are laid off when a company moves overseas or the recession shuts them down, Paul Ryan thinks that a little help to try to help keep the mortgage paid and to put food on the table will cause them to kick back and live large with no plans to work again. While Al Franken and Amy Klobuchar and I were working with other Democrats to extend unemployment benefits, Congressman Ryan actually doubled down, saying, and I'm going to quote him again, we're in a tailspin of culture in our inner cities. In particular, men not working, and just generations of men not even thinking about working or learning the value and the culture of work. So there's a real cultural problem here that has to be dealt with. Paul Ryan looks around, sees 3 unemployed workers for every job opening in America, and blames the people who can't find a job. In 2008, this economy crashed, wiping out millions of jobs. Paul Ryan says, don't blame Wall Street, the guys who made billions of dollars cheating American families. Don't blame decades of deregulation that took the cops off the beat while the big banks looted the American economy. Don't blame the Republican Secretary of the Treasury and the Republican President who set in motion a no-strings-attached bailout for the biggest banks. Nope. Paul Ryan says, keep the monies flowing to the powerful corporations, keep their huge tax breaks, keep the special deals for the too-big-to-fail banks, and put the blame on hardworking, play-by-the-rules Americans who lost their jobs. Well, let me tell you, that may be Paul Ryan's vision of how America works, but that's not our vision of this great country. That's right. And you may remember Senator Cruz as the guy responsible for last fall's government shutdown, the shutdown that sucked $24 billion out of the economy. Talk about a financial genius. Recently, Ted Cruz took on the Dodd-Frank Act. Now, this is the law that created the new Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. That little bureau that has now put $3 billion back in the pockets of American families who got cheated. Not bad. So he took on the Dodd-Frank Act that created the CFPB and that also put in place some of the strongest financial reforms since the Great Depression. But it's no surprise, the big banks are still hopping mad about it. So Senator Cruz explained what we need to do about this law. I'm going to quote again. He said, we need to repeal Dodd-Frank. And then here was his comment about it. Talk about a bill that you don't have to read any further than the title to know that nothing good can come of this. But isn't that the Tea Party in a nutshell? They voted to repeal Obamacare 47 times. 47 times? I know the Republicans don't have a lot of other ideas to talk about, but wow, 47 times? We get it, guys. You like to repeal things. We got it 46 votes ago. This whole thing is mindless. Cruz says there's no point in even looking at a major new proposal or a piece of legislation if it's been put forward by Democrats. So if a proposal has President Obama's name on it or Chris Dodd or Barney Frank's name on it, he votes no. And if the proposal actually gets passed into law, Cruz will be there to lead the Tea Party chant, repeal, 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 repeal. You know, I sometimes think that if Ted Cruz had been around for the Declaration of Independence, he would have tried to repeal it because Jefferson was a Democrat. If he'd been around for the Federalist Papers, he would have tried to toss those out too because Madison spent too much time talking to Jefferson. You know, maybe if Paul Ryan wants to instill a culture of hard work, he should start with Ted Cruz and his fellow Republicans and get them to actually look at our proposals. Who knows, maybe if they weren't determined to say no, 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 we could build a bridge. And I mean that literally. Maybe we could build some of the things we actually need to build in this country.